In the story of Irwin Goldstein, it started small. First, his father left home in search of a job, a last attempt to support a family of 10 living in poverty. Years later, they found out he had died of a heart attack. Then the war started. The Germans had seized Irwin's homeland, Czechoslovakia, and an already disadvantaged household started to lose it all. Now, at age 12, Irwin was denied an education, and his three older brothers were killed in a war after they were transferred to the Hungarian army. Soon after, Irwin was sent to a labor camp, which he escaped after a few months of grueling work. A few months later, Irwin's family was rounded up and shipped to Auschwitz, where they spent the next year in muffled misery. Irwin walked out free at 18 with typhoid fever and tuberculosis, completely unaware that only one of his family members was still alive. But even though all of these events should have been enough to kill Irwin's spirit, he still found a way to move on with his life, and married a fellow survivor in an effort to revisit humanity just 2 years later. At this point, I thought it was insane how quickly he got his life back on track. Like he had spent all his teenage years in a concentration camp, and it's amazing to see how quickly he chose to see hope even after all the inhumane things he had gone through. The lesson I personally got from this is that there's always something good, even if it's like very small, that comes out of a seemingly hopeless situation, but you just have to be willing to look for it. And I think that this applies to our lives right now. Like sometimes I feel angry that we can't go out and meet our friends, and that we're scared for our grandparents' lives, and that we have to be stuck at home 24/7. But when I really think about it through Irvin's eyes, I realize that I've also gained some things from the pandemic. I've observed nature more, spent more time on my hobbies, and I've also spent more time with my family. And I think that overall, this man's experience in the Holocaust and his ability to spring back up illustrates the power that hope and optimism have during such hard times.